Right now, we got a guy in studio. I am very excited about our next guest. It is boxer. It is middleweight contender, Shane Mosley Jr. How you doing, man?
Oh, man, thank you for having me on. This is great.
It's awesome. Like, you fought 11 days ago.
Yes, I did.
You beat Danny Jacobs.
Yeah.
There's not a scratch on you. Like, how do you maintain? Is it a skincare routine? Is it anti-inflammatories, or did he simply not land a punch and he's bloodied somewhere still?
Well, I did my job. I did my job well. I neutralized him, and I feel like I won the fight with my boxing ability. So I think that is number one on why I look as good as I do. And I did my job in boxing, hit and not get hit,
How long does it take you after a fight? Obviously, there's some fights. You're 22-4, I believe, is your record. But most of the time, you're waiting. How long does it take just your body, your hands, everything to feel normal again?
A couple weeks. Especially if it's a hard fight, a couple weeks to kind of get it all feeling better and feeling back to normal, as you say. But it's all part of a part of it. It's like all part of like getting being a boxer. You take the punishment. And you kind of got to get used to things hurting all the time.
So after that fight, you get the win. You call out Erislandy Lara.
Yes,
you
I
say,
did.
"I want you."
Yes, I do.
What would it mean to you to get a shot at the WBA middleweight belt?
Oh, it would mean the world. For one, that the WBA belt is the first official world title, right? And to beat a guy like Erislandy Lara, who's also fought everybody, just like Daniel Jacobs, to add that onto my list of legends and become the true legend killer, it would be great, and I could be a legend as well.
All right, so we got a wide audience here on the Rich Eisen Show. Yeah. Sports Emmy nominated, though Brockman informed me we haven't had a win yet.
We haven't actually won yet. It's fine.
This can help. All right, so you got a big audience. Why don't you look in the camera and tell Erislandy Lara that you want it. Give me the best promo you can to set up this fight.
Erislandy Lara, fight me, Shane Mosley Jr., and I'll put you back into retirement.
There it is.
Now we're talking.
Back into retirement.
Back into retirement.
I dig it, man. So you grew up in this. Your dad's Sugar Shane Mosley. You watch him for a living hit and get hit. What made you want to follow in his footsteps?
My own experience, obviously being around boxing, being around going to fights all the time. I was around it, and that would make most people think, oh, you want to do it because you saw this, you saw the lights and glamour. But truthfully, I went randomly to the boxing gym with one of my buddies, and he's like, hey, man, you want to go spar? And so I go up and I do it, and we sparred 4 rounds, got a bloody nose, and fell in love. I literally getting a bloody nose and getting hit and stuff like that made me feel like I want to go and change that. I don't want to get a bloody nose again, or I want to be better next time. And adversity shows the man to himself. And I think that was always in there. Just getting my own experience woke me up to wanting to do it for myself.
There's so many people who they get a bloody nose their first time sparring, and that's it. They're like, I don't want to get punched in the nose ever again. What about that moment made you think you actually wanted to feel that experience again, but also to get better?
Because I think that's all the desire of most people. They want to become better at something. And when you get something so humbling like a bloody nose, I can change this. This won't happen again, right? And that was the thrill for me. And I've turned that into a 10-year career, and I'm only getting better, right? People used to tell me all the time that I would never be as good as my dad, and who knows? They might be right, but I'm gonna make my shot at it because I'm getting better. Just like that bloody nose, I'm getting better. And I've become better, this whole time. And I just beat Danny Jacobs, 2-time middleweight champion. So it looks like I'm getting better.
So you are, in boxing terms, you're a free agent right now, right?
I'm a free agent.
So what's next here?
So with that being said, we obviously, that means our contract is up with Golden Boy. But Golden Boy does have the option to want to re-sign me if possible. So we're obviously going to hear them out. But that also opens the door for other promoters to reach out and want to work with me as well. So that could be a great opportunity for everybody involved.
We keep beating guys like Danny Jacobs.
Yeah.
I would think you're going to have some opportunities.
I think so too.
Yeah. Well, what brings you to LA this week?
So I have a few meetings with some sponsorship, one being Fabletics, and then we're going out to the Jake Paul, Mike Perry fight. So that's going to be great. I'm going to Tampa, Florida. So we're going
What do you think of the entire Jake Paul experience? Somebody coming from outside the traditional boxing world and now fighting on some massive stages.
Yeah. I love it. I never look at a guy that's getting attention and go, oh, I'm jealous. I go, for one, how is he doing that? How can I do that? And also, if he's uplifting my sport, he's obviously working very, very hard. I mean, he's knocked out Tyron Woodley. I mean, Ben Askren. I mean, he beat Nate Diaz. I mean, all these guys. So he's putting in the work, and he's showing my sport a lot of love because he's given all those fights to boxing, where they could be MMA or whatever the case is. So I love that he's giving shine to my sport, and so that only puts more money into my sport, which essentially puts more money to me.
I know you're not a heavyweight, but how old would Mike Tyson have to be for you to get in the ring with him?
Ooh, man. He'd have to be pretty old. They have weight classes for a reason. Jake Paul's a little bit bigger than me. You know, he can hold that weight a little bit better. I'm a middleweight. You know, I'm not a really, really big guy like Mike Tyson. So he'd have to be pretty old for that.
I mean, could you see yourself getting in the ring when you're that age? If you're in your 40s, 50s, are you still trying to do this?
To be honest, I feel like if I haven't gotten all I needed to get out of this game before I'm 40, it wasn't meant for me. It wasn't meant for me.
So you got a lot of exciting stuff for it now. You're going to be a dad soon, right? You got a baby on the way.
I am. I have my third son on the way. So I have this will be number 4, and we've already decided that his name is going to be Creed. So Creed Mosley.
Ooh.
After
awesome.
Apollo Creed? Is that the inspiration?
I mean, definitely one of the things to add on to it. But yeah, so we just love the name. We just thought it was very fitting for our fourth kid to be Creed. So, and it fit, like, right? Oh, he's going to be a boxer. You know, it's like people are like, oh yeah, it's because of the Apollo Creed. So.
But so now you got boys that you're raising. Is this going to become the generational thing? Or are you going to let them go get punched in the nose first and figure it out on their own?
Well, you know, so my mom did something really, really great with me, which was she told me that if you wanted to make a career out of this, you're going to have to go and do it yourself. If you want to go and be a boxer, you got to find a way to the boxing gym. You got to find a way to get, you know, all of your gear and all those things, because I believe she wanted to make it difficult for me, because she knew that when I became a pro that it was going to be hard for me, and I have to go through adversity and difficulties of people saying, you know, that you never be good enough. So I think she wanted to give me a kind of a leg up when it came to that. So I do the same for my boys. If you want to do it, you got to figure it out. I don't want you to do this. You can't do this. You know, things like that, because I want them to resist that and go through that adversity of, if they can go through me and defy me, they can defy everybody else.
So mom gave you advice on the career front. Again, your dad, Sugar Shane Mosley. What was the best advice he ever gave you?
That you deserve to be where you want to be, which is a world champion. You deserve to be there. So always believe that you deserve to be there, and you were always meant to be there. So, you know, of course, we all have doubts that, oh, am I supposed to be here, or am I good enough? Or always believe that you deserve to be there.
So are you going to wait for Lara now at this point, or like what's the timeline you're looking for your next fight?
I mean, I would love to fight in the next 3 to 6 months. If Lara comes about, 100%, let's get it. But if it doesn't, then I want to become a world champion. There's 3 other championship belts that I could get, and I'm willing to take on anybody to get there.
How much downtime do you give yourself before you go back to the full? You can't go at 100% all the time to do this thing. So how long do you give yourself before you ramp up to the next one?
Roughly about 2 weeks to a month, depending on you know, how hard the fight was. But I want to get back already. Like I've been itching already. Like my wife is like, hey, just take your time getting back to the boxing gym. But I'm like, I want to go. I'm ready to go back. I want to get better.
What does your wife think? What's that experience like for her every time you get in the ring?
Oh, she definitely is nervous. She's always, nervous. She's been pregnant for the last 3 fights, so she can't have any alcohol. But usually she's like, I need a shot. but last 2 pregnancies, 2 pregnancies, she couldn't drink. So obviously,
I mean, I feel like if my wife were in the stands and I was going in the boxing ring, like she would go into labor at that moment. Like there'd be no coming back from it.
Right. 100%. I don't know how she does it, because I remember when I was a kid and I would watch my dad fight, and that was nerve-wracking. Like I just thought it was like the worst thing. I remember when I first saw him get knocked down, it was like seeing Superman die. Like it was like, what's going on? This is not supposed to happen. So I told my son that he had to be 10 years old before he can go to my first fight. And so like a year ago, he went to his first fight ever, and he was like super excited. But when I won the fight, I knocked the guy out and he was crying. He was like, so
somebody swinging at dad.
Yeah, 100%. So like, it's like, it's a nerve-wracking experience. I don't know how you'd watch a family member do it. Like everybody else, like, hey, I watch, other guys that I know, lightly, or, regular fights. Hey, it's cool. But like watching family members, it's hard.
So as we covered at some length off the top of the show, I've never been in a fight in my life. I'm 43 years old.
Okay.
Just never, never a schoolyard scrap.
You want to get into a fight?
Never. I absolutely don't want to fight you. We'll let Lara, he's got you, not me. But what I was curious, I thought this would be interesting, is I figured just the law of averages, right? How many 43-year-old men have never really been in any type of a fight?
Yeah.
So I figure at some point I'm going to be in some situation where I am going to have to give a punch and or take a punch.
Ooh.
So can we do this out here? Do we have a way can we get a microphone up here? I just thought if we can just stand, and if you can give me like a couple tips on what I should do in that situation, from the stance to whatever I got to do. Can we stand up and do this here?
Yes. Let's get it.
All right. So we got...
This is fantastic.
Hold the mic. TJ, you want to come hold the mic for me here? This might help here. So, okay.
Oh, this is great.
All right, so I don't even know how to stand and do this here. Let's use this camera for the...
So we're
there we
using
go.
this one?
All right.
So, you'd want to... So you want your right hand first?
I'm righty.
Okay, but so like boxers typically will put their left hand first, so you.
We're off to a bad start. Okay.
So you can get the rotation on your power hand, right?
it.
Because you want to rotate just like you would throw like a baseball, for instance.
Sure.
Right, and that's kind of how you would want to do it, like you were throwing a baseball. Have you ever thrown a baseball?
Yeah, I was a pitcher. So
Okay,
I have
perfect.
the range.
So you're gonna knock somebody out. All right, so
Probably not, but I'll take that.
all right, so what you would want to do is hands up just a little bit higher, right? And then you'd probably want to like blind me or put your hand in my face to where it kind of blocks my eyes.
Like this
Yeah,
here.
because
and then
if you were to do that, right, I'd want to get my hands up, because if I go like this to you, you're gonna go, what are you doing?
got it. So you
Right?
go on the defensive, and then I
Yes,
come around.
and then you come around
Got
that
it.
guard right here.
Got
So
it.
you put
Okay.
that hand right there
Yep.
in my face and come around. Boom.
Right there.
That'll be it.
All right, now
So pitch
you're
it.
punching me.
Yep.
I'm in the bar. You've had a few too many shots. You're coming up to me. I mean, I'm dead if you punch me. I'm saying this is just like some random guy who's maybe closer to my size.
Okay.
All right, I got to take a punch. What do I got to do?
Okay. So I would say don't take a punch. I would definitely
It's a good
say
strategy.
keep those hands up and out.
And out.
Yeah. So like if I'm throwing a punch at you, like right,
Right.
or like
Just
get
to
it in-
slow it down.
Yeah, get it in
Yeah.
the line of fire.
So somehow I didn't think the advice was going to be just go like this. Don't hit me.
No.
Okay.
But I mean,
So
you can
just-
go, don't hit me.
Right.
Don't hit me.
All right. So we got this.
Yes.
All right. So you're coming at me.
So I go here?
All right. Let's do it. So the whole sequence. You come at me. I go like this.
Yes.
Then I go here.
Yes. So you get that inside track. So you go here, boom, block it, inside track, boom, and then now let's go.
And then boom. Right there.
So here,
There it is. All
right
right.
there.
So
One
here we
time,
go.
boom.
Yep.
Inside track, boom, boom. There we go.
And we've done it.
There it is.
So watch out, everybody.
Yeah.
At some point,
No bar.
Shane Mosley Jr.'s advice: don't mess with me. I'm 155 pounds of twisted steel. All right, I am 100% dynamite here. You don't want to mess with me. Just got a box lesson from one of the best. Shane, thanks a ton for being here, man.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you. Lara, well, look out, man. I'm coming for you.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.